Hey YouTubers, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. Enjoy the video. Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super discussion, theory, speculation, if you want to call it that. I think it's more of a discussion on my part, but you know, it's whatever. But with this video, I have brought with me Kihokai 1994. Man, it has been some time. How are you doing? Say hello to everyone who's listening.
It's been ages. I could be like older than a Saiyan at this point. But yeah, it's actually really nice to be back on the channel. I've been, away for a little bit, but how is everybody doing? It's nice to be back.
Totally, man, totally. So today we're going to be talking about something that we were left with kind of a cliffhanger, not necessarily cliffhanger, I wouldn't necessarily call it that, but we were left with some kind of a interesting little discussion between Caulifla and Goku in episode 101 of Dragon Ball Super, and that was basically Kale was overly exhausted from basically destroying, and Kale is at this point, although she's been helped with Caulifla, they have basically taken out a majority of Universe 11. That's been some epic stuff. We've talked about that in my channel a couple times in other videos earlier this week. I just want to kind of talk to you about this one like right now. So Caulifla is sitting there with Kale, and she's telling Goku, is like, wait, you're not going to take us out yet? Like, what's going on? We're vulnerable. We're going to get demolished at any given point. And Goku's like, no, like, I want to fight you girls when you are stronger. I want to fight you when you're stronger. It's like, but wait, they only got like 40 minutes or so left in this tournament. How much stronger are they going to get? I mean, Goku, you lose. The universe gets erased. Everyone is basically done. So how is Goku sitting there going, yeah, like, I want to fight you when you're stronger? You got 40 minutes. These people are absolutely exhausted from taking out so many people in front of them. Are we about to see some kind of healing technique, some Zenkai boosts? Is Goku just kind of saying this without actually thinking about it? I mean, what are your thoughts, man?
I don't know if it's really not thinking about it. I think it means getting stronger in two ways. I think he wants Kale to get her stamina back up. He doesn't think that it's right to just throw her off the stage because she was pretty much unconscious and useless at the end of her fight with the Pride Troopers. So I'm thinking it's let Kale, get her stamina back up. And also at the beginning of this whole little fight tournament, whatever, when he actually fought Caulifla for the first time, he showed her, well, I guess they didn't really fight, but he showed her what Super Saiyan 2 was. So, like, I guess he wants her to, like, figure that out a little bit more, is what I'm kind of thinking. Like, he wants her to master her form a little bit better before he just wrecks her off the, off the face of the field. But I also feel something that's really funny about the time that you brought up is him not thinking about that there's only possibly 40 minutes left. They're down a member. Krillin is out. Universe 6 hasn't lost anybody. And so technically, if it's just them at the end, Universe 6 wins because they have more people on the field. But I don't know. I really think that he wants them to get a little bit more training, quote unquote, through the rest of their little encounters with other universes before he feels that he needs to take them out. Because, I mean, we really haven't seen him go, like, blue that much. And that's the time, other than with Jiren, that I feel like that will be when he goes Super Saiyan Blue.
That's the thing, though. Like, that type of mentality makes sense when it comes to anime tournaments. Is like, no, I want you to get stronger before you and I fight before, or next time, or something else like that. That makes sense in a normal anime tournament when you have round versus round. People have a chance to rest. You go into each match like fresh and without any hesitation. But this is a 48-minute fight between everybody. And as we've already seen, like, people have gotten stronger. I mean, Caulifla herself has gotten a whole other transformation that she's figured out how to master in this time. So it's interesting to me, considering the fact that that Goku's sitting there, and at least after everything he's seen with Universe 9, considering the fact that Caulifla might even get stronger, and Kale might actually get her stamina back, let alone what Cabba might be able to accomplish. And we know that the Saiyans can have so much more of a power gap. They can, if they get healed, like right now, if Kale gets healed after she gets to the point. Yeah, Zenkai boost after learning how to control her form and everything. I mean, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Same thing with Kale. We don't necessarily know if that's even possible. I mean, hell, a lot of people from right now were talking about one way or the other that it was probably against the rules to have fusion, like back in the day, you know. It was against the rules to have fusion, and that's why Goten and Trunks aren't going to be there, because they're only useful with fusion. Well, you know, lo and behold, spoilers. Okay, you've been warned. We have the whole universe 2 girls going to be fusing together to make one more powerful warrior than they ever have been. So it's like, obviously healing probably isn't disqualified. They never said it wasn't allowed or anything like that, and
they just said third-party items. Like they said like the Senzu was gonna be off limits.
But we know people like
Dende.
Dende can heal people, and it's his own power and everything like that. We don't necessarily know. Maybe that pig guy can heal people. Like, maybe that's why they brought him. I don't know. It's like, it'd be cool though to give Kale and Caulifla and maybe even Cabba a Zenkai and have them keep fighting and being real versatile. Because as you said, like, Krillin himself has been taken off the ring. Universe 7 is in much worse shape. I mean, not necessarily a whole lot worse shape, but they are in worse shape than Universe 6. I think Universe 6 is the only universe that has never, or is the only one left standing who has all 10 members, original members, still in the running. So I think that that's something to actually look forward to. So if you're thinking like they can break down this fight for multiple more episodes, you have them intentionally not kicking off Kale and Caulifla. Cabba is still sitting out there, potentially fighting or not necessarily showing all of his power. How much stronger can these people get if they get Zenkais? Or even even as a matter of fact, I mean, they've shown this from time to time, not only in Super, but in the end of Z, where, you know, these fighters, all they need, especially the Saiyans, is just a couple of minutes. You know, Goku sitting there fighting Kid Buu, being like, I just need a minute. You know, I just need a minute in order to charge up and actually regain my power and everything and just kind of concentrate. But in a minute, like, a fight is an eternity, and that's no more apparent than in this particular fight. But at the same time, like I've said in other videos, Kale has basically destroyed the entire arena. He's giving them place to basically go and hide and kind of let themselves recover before they go fight again. So do you think that that's going to happen? I mean, your thoughts on that? Do you think that they might get a Zenkai boost from being healed by one of their members? Do you think that they're going to regain their power by just letting a couple minutes go by as they rest or something like that? And just thoughts, speculations, opinions, anything?
I think Kale's going to get a Zenkai boost. I don't think Caulifla's going to get a Zenkai boost. She's actually holding up on her own pretty well. I mean, the last episode she got beat up a little bit, but personally, to me, she's holding up a little, like, pretty well for herself. Cabba, not seeing so much of him yet. I want to see the Vegeta Cabba fight. I don't want that to be the fight that knocks him out of the ring or anything, but I do feel that Cabba is gonna get knocked out of the ring. He may get a little bit more power. He may figure out Super Saiyan 2. He may figure out something like that, or his own little, transformation, not like a rage transformation, but his own spin on a Saiyan transformation. I feel like I said, he'll be kicked out, and it's going to be girl power, just like what you were talking about. It's going to be girl power. Kale, Caulifla is going to stay a team. I don't see, unless one of them gets knocked out, I don't see the other one getting knocked out. If they're both fighting together the whole time, I don't see them having a problem until they fight Goku and Vegeta later in the end of the fight, presuming that Vegeta and Goku don't get knocked out themselves. So there's that. Like you're talking about with Goku in the Buu Saga, I could definitely see some recharging of ki, trying to like hide behind a rock for a little bit. I see that happening. I also see some possible problems, because I feel like what they did with the Pride Troopers, where they knocked out like 5 of them at once, that might happen to Universe 6 as well. I mean, they're the only ones that have, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I believe they're the only ones that have all their members still. And their members are strong, but I see Bugamo and I just totally went blank on
Batamo Magetta.
Yeah, Magetta. I was trying to, I knew it started with M. I see them getting knocked off fairly soon. Even with their, quote unquote Mighty Mask fusion that they're going on right now, I see them getting kicked off like in the next few episodes. We haven't really seen anything from Hit, but Hit's got Toki Tabashi. I mean, he can leave. I mean, he doesn't have to be in that situation. If he feels threatened, he can actually get away. If he even feels threatened, so nobody attack at me in the comments for saying that he feels threatened. But I see a mass drop of Universe 6 fighters at once, and I feel, like I said, that Cabba's going to go out at thin, and it's going to be kind of left up to Kale and Caulifla to, hold it out for their universe until the end, because, like I've said in a lot of other videos, I do feel that at the very end, when the Super Dragon Balls are used, it's going to be to either restore Universe 6 only, or to actually just make everything like it was before this tournament started. So just bringing back all the universes. Somebody's going to make that wish. Maybe it's not Universe 7, but I feel like somebody's going to make that wish.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. When it comes to just kind of dialing it back, I feel like when it comes to the Saiyans fighting in this particular tournament, I mean, obviously Kale and Caulifla have already gotten their spotlight. I don't necessarily see a whole lot more from them like you do. I personally think I see a lot more from Cabba going forward than them. But at the same time, I don't think that they're actually done. I don't think Universe 6 is going to be on the ropes anytime soon. And that's just my opinion.
I mean, they have massive power. I mean, we haven't even seen, we've barely seen a small percentage of his true power. And even though he can't kill, if he would have been there for that dimensional technique that Pride Trooper used, I feel like he could have gotten through that dimension. So, I mean, we have a lot of power we could still see from these guys, and even if they lose 2 or 3 members, they'll still be fine.
But I personally think, it would be interesting, although I've talked about this before, it would be interesting considering the fact that Goku fought Caulifla, and they had this kind of, trainee, mentor, protege type of thing between them, where Goku was having more fun than he was actually fighting her. Saying, you got Super Saiyan, you got Super Saiyan 2, you could get Super Saiyan 3. She's like, oh, there's a third? Holy crap, I need to get all this power. I want to get this much stronger. It would be interesting to see her in this tournament actually get that type of transformation, or completely new transformation like Kale did that they're keeping under wraps. I've discussed before that there could be something, but I'm not necessarily sure. It would just be interesting to see her get a Super Saiyan 3, a female Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. Just give her that much of a shine, that much of a spotlight, and don't necessarily give her Super Saiyan Blue like myself and other people have speculated in the future and in the past about in this tournament or sometime down the line. Just give her own transformations that no one else uses anymore, and give her Kale her own thing, and then potentially grow Cabba, give him something unique, and or give him something that other people have gotten before, just to kind of make him unique amongst those 3. And I think a lot of that could be done in this particular tournament. I mean, we've seen Kale take over her basically 2 episodes now, with Kale basically destroying and even kind of coming to terms with her power. It would be interesting later down the tournament arc if you get Caulifla getting Super Saiyan 3, in fact, figuring out a way, as much of an ass pull as it would be to give her a way to master Super Saiyan 3. I think that would be pretty cool. And then, as a couple people in my comment section have commented on, it would be pretty cool, something I talked about with MJ very recently, was give Cabba the Super Saiyan God ritual transformation to bring back the red form and make that his unique form right now, because a lot of people have commented, they have specifically put 6 Saiyans into this tournament of power in the world of the Void, and none of them are out yet, so it's weird to think that this wasn't some kind of a coincidence. 6 is an interesting number that was established at the very beginning of this series, even in the Battle of Gods movie, and it's not something to basically be, waved off. But back in the day, we thought that Kale and Caulifla were the same person, and we were going to have 5 Saiyans. but they have intentionally given us 6, so potentially we might even see another ritual and give that to Cabba, show just how much stronger these Saiyans can become in this particular fight in a very short amount of time without it being way too much of an ass pull, and put them on the level, especially since, like we said before, very much spoiler territory right now, but as we said before, there have been leaks considering the fact that this Tournament of Power might not be the end-all be-all of this arc, and there might be something, be it at the very end of the arc or something else like that, that's going to put this tournament on a completely different level or even change the scope of it entirely. So you're going to need characters like Caulifla and Kale and Cabba to be on the level of Jiren and Hit and Frieza and Vegeta and Goku in order to drive the story forward, and even Gohan for that matter. But to drive the story forward, you need these people and these Saiyans that have been introduced simply to be ass pulls and to put them on the level of Goku and Vegeta just to do that. And I feel like there's no other reason to do that and to bring these people in, if not to bring some kind of relevance in the future of this arc. So when Goku sits there and says, you know, I'll fight you next time, I want to see how much stronger you can get, and literally only having about 40 or less minutes going into this arc or going through this tournament to fight each other, and he knows the consequences of if they get completely taken out by someone else or they're not able to come back in that amount of time, then they're going to be wiped out and he never gets to fight them again, and this was his only chance. I feel like Goku is the type of person who would understand that and wouldn't just kind of shrug that off. So when he says you're going to get stronger, I feel like that's foreshadowing to a degree where they actually will.
I was thinking, I kind of want to see Cabba go blue, but the ritual sounds way better because it would be an ass pull for him to just be able to go blue. I mean, complete, just for him, like no other, like no explanation, no nothing, just yeah, and he's in blue, like that would be messed up. But making him go God would make a lot of sense because we need him on another level, and now you have God Ki. Now you have more Ki and more strength than a lot of the other fighters on this stage. So you've now gotten boosted up. Obviously, Kale's a beast with her Berserker mode. I've seen a lot of funny things happen with the show. Like, I thought Beerus and Champa were going to be a little bit more friendly and team-worthy, but the whole time Champa's like, no, take my brother out. No, I don't want him here. Get him out. You're gone, Beerus. So, like, I feel like they won't listen, and I feel like, because they're all Saiyans, that they'll have the Saiyan blood that they feel like, okay, we need to help each other out, and they're going to use, like what you said, that sounds like a great idea for them to use the ritual and power another one of them up so they can have 6 Saiyans versus multiple people. And me and MJ did a video talking about, like, one person possibly coming in and being the mortal who is as strong as gods of destruction, and 6 Saiyans against that one dude, couple of them in blue, one of them in God, one in Berserk, and one in SSJ3. That'd be a pretty epic fight, and it may take all 6 of them to actually take him out, but it would be interesting.
I think that would be absolutely interesting. It'd be kind of like a Super or Dragon Ball Heroes type of thing, but Super is nothing but amazing amount of fan service, and you can imagine every Saiyan fighting have their own unique transformation, because a lot of people think Goku is going to go, you know, like a limit breaker form. So like you said, like Goku in his new form, if he does get one, you have Kale in her Berserker form, Vegeta in blue, Gohan in Ultimate, Caulifla in 3, and Cabba in red. It's like, oh shit.
It's a rainbow of Super Saiyans.
It is a rainbow of Super Saiyans. And it would be like, oh my god, like that would be cool. Then you also have Jiren and Hit and everyone else like that kind of fighting at the forefront. You just have all of this amazing stuff that they've introduced in this particular tournament, all fighting. The one thing it'd be cool is like, and this is a video for another day, but just all these potential, all these awesome abilities they've introduced is just kind of a precursor to an ultimate fight where everyone's ability and everything plays into that ultimate fight. Would be interesting.
Well, I mean, we are getting to the point where all the lower tier characters are gone. So, I mean, it's already been really interesting, but it's going to have to ramp up because, I mean, people's powers are getting a lot stronger. Like in the fights that we're seeing, the person that's fighting is having more and more power. So it's going to be interesting, and it's going to be a good tournament. I just hope that they don't do it in the next, like, 4 episodes. I hope they actually, like, do a good amount of episodes for this tournament, because, I mean, it's had such a hype to it. Like, it's had such a run-up that, like, if they just did another, like, 6 episodes and then the tournament was over, I feel like a lot of people would be upset about that.
I would agree. I would totally agree. But anyway, guys, I want everyone to go down to the description section below and please make sure to go hit that link over to Kihokai's channel. You're not going to be disappointed with the stuff that he puts out there. A lot of interesting, awesome stuff. Discussions and just well thought out Dragon Ball knowledge and just general stuff like that. So please make sure to go check him out. Also, please don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions on this particular video. Do you think that Kale, Cabba, and Caulifla will actually get that much stronger in this tournament? And if they do, how so? How would you like to see it? Any other transformations you would like any of them to have? How much stronger do you think anyone fighting is going to get in this tournament? I mean, we've been speculating as much with Gohan and Goku and Frieza and everyone else for this entire time, but not necessarily focusing on everyone else fighting, let alone Vegeta and everyone else. So don't forget to do that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. Please make sure to share this video out to all your friends, and we're going to catch you on the next video. Hope everyone has a good day. It's been real.
Catch you next time.